My name is Lieutenant Colonel Lee Roger Wolfgram, and I am a storyteller. Welcome to the bunker.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Colonel channel, and I'm going to try something new this time. We're going to call this the jury game. So I've been talking with you in my previous videos about how to not make things worse and don't be a dumbass. But today I'm gonna play this video, which is something I got from body cams. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this video in its entirety without my comment. And this is designed for you to be the jury, because the jury would get the video played for them during the trial. And this is going to be the primary evidence that's presented at trial. So I'm not going to give you the law right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let you watch the video, and then this woman is charged with a crime. And then after you watch this video, I'm going to ask you to decide whether or not you think she's guilty or not guilty, but you're going to use the jury instructions. So this is a statute in Minnesota. We're going to use Minnesota jury instructions, and I'm going to demystify the jury process. And hopefully for those people that think that, oh, you know, it's unfair, I'm just going to show you what a jury has to decide when deciding a very simple crime of trespass. And then after we watch this video, I'm going to ask you to find this defendant either guilty or not guilty of trespass based upon the jury instruction guide. With that said, let's just jump right in and let's watch the video.
On August 22, 2022, deputies responded to a primary care clinic regarding a woman who refused to leave.
Did you guys call?
Yes, that was me that called.
Okay, what's going on?
Because this young lady right here will not leave the building, and she's been harassing the patients that was in here, and says that she's going to sit in the lobby until she sees the doctor, and the doctor has stated he cannot see her.
Okay, I have appointment
Doesn't
with the
matter.
doctor.
This is a business.
Okay, I would like to talk to the doctor.
I can't. They don't have to. You don't have to see the doctor. I don't know if you're misunderstanding. Like the doctor has told his staff that.
No.
You missed your appointment. The
No,
doctor.
I'm not missing nothing.
I cannot explain it to you any other way. You have to leave. If you refuse to leave, then the law kicks in. It's a
I
privately
want to
owned.
see your ID.
Okay.
Give me
you
your
need
card.
to walk outside.
No.
You need to walk outside. This is all being recorded on body cam. I've asked you for 10 minutes to walk outside. Please walk outside. You're not allowed to be here, okay? Thank you. This is all being recorded. You violated the law 3 times. At this point, you have 3 different charges. You've resisted arrest by not listening to my commands. You have trespassed. How far do you want to take this?
Okay.
How far would you like
arrest
to take
me
this?
Because I going to the doctor.
I told you to
woman
leave.
No give me go to doctor.
It's a business.
It's not business. It's a look.
It is a private company. Cleveland Clinic, Indian River Hospital is a private business.
I want cut all of one of you.
Okay, this is all being recorded, okay?
I want.
There's my name. If you'd like to write it down, you can write it down,
Yes,
okay?
give me pen. You can pen right down.
You have to provide your own pen.
I will let you borrow a pen.
Okay. It's unusual. Go to doctor. Then give me go to doctor.
They're the ones that called on you.
No.
She refused to leave for an hour and got nasty with the staff.
It's simple.
Michael Pierce,
P-I-E-R-C-E.
It's like fork here. You can just request a video because it's all been recorded since I got here. That's the easiest way to do it. You can put it on Facebook or Instagram or anything else.
Lozada, L-O-Z-A-D-A.
See if they want to trespass. You can ask them.
What is department?
Indian River County Sheriff's Office. But you're not free to leave yet, okay? So you're not allowed to go anywhere.
Get her information for me. Here you go. Now you'll do the same for him, right?
Do you have a
Is that your notebook?
ID
What
card?
crime is denied to me? What crime I did?
So we're going to issue what's called a trespass warning.
If they want
If
one.
they want one.
Trespass warning. What is trespass warning?
Therefore, I'm asking for your identification so that I can fill out the paperwork.
Do you want her back here anymore?
We will have to speak to the doctor
Okay.
to see if he is saying yes or no.
Okay.
So, yeah, could you ask?
Do you have an ID card with you?
What kind of trespass are trespassing? It's a Cleveland clinic.
They have a right. They have a right to deny you service. They have a right to ask you to leave, and therefore, they've asked you to leave. You refuse. Now we are telling you you have to leave.
I told her to leave twice and she
Now
refused.
becomes. Listen to me. Listen to me.
She's not doing it.
Listen to me. Now it becomes criminal. If you refuse to give me your ID, you're going to go to jail. It's not a threat. It's just that's what's going to happen. So you can give me your ID. We can do the paperwork. You can walk away and leave, never come back, or I'm gonna put you in handcuffs. We're gonna go to jail.
Let me guess.
And you're gonna get
to give us her information.
That's correct.
I want
So I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you decide what you want to do.
One more second, ma'am. I'm going to do this as nice as possible because I don't want to see you ruin your day. I don't know if you're familiar with the law, and I think you're confused about doctor being a doctor. This is a business no different than Publix and the Chinese restaurant and the pizza place. They choose who they see. You made an appointment. They agreed to
No.
see. Finish.
No.
You don't let me finish.
They must took it any
Don't let me
patient.
finish.
You're not choosing who they
No,
see
that's
in
not
the
true.
hospital.
Absolutely not true. This is not a hospital. This is a business. This is a off-site medical care. If you go to the emergency room, they have to see you. This is not the emergency room. So let me finish. This is a business. They've asked you to leave. The minute you did not leave the lobby on their request, you broke the law of trespassing. Then the ugly guy in the suit shows up that has the law to tell you to leave. I told you to leave. You refused. I had to put my hand on your shoulder, which was recorded, and escort you gently out of the building. That act is called resisting arrest. You were given a lawful order to leave. You refused. Now you have two violations of the law. The third coming is he is telling you to produce your identification, which is a lawful command, and we have a right to do that. I do not want you to get in trouble. I'm trying to do everything possible to keep this to a peaceful resolution. They want to trust that?
Thank you.
They got to give it to the doctor.
Okay. They're going to do that now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, again, I understand your frustration.
Owner is building, David Church. I want to talk to him.
I'm sorry.
Owner is building, David Church.
This
I
is
want to talk to him.
the owner of the building. I don't know who the owner of the building is. You're going to look.
Business.
The owner is Cleveland Clinic, which is a national company that has hospitals all over the United States. He is not the
So
owner.
I cannot talk to him.
They don't have to let you. That's like going to Publix and demanding the manager, and then he says, "I don't want to talk to you."
If you go to public, the people doing something.
don't have to, though.
I must talk to manager. It's a rules.
You're missing. You're not. You're not. It's a private business. You're missing the point.
No.
You are. You have a right to talk to a boss here because that's a government entity. This is a private business. They do not have to produce the boss. The boss can say, "Tell her to leave. I don't want to ever see her again," and that's what they have the right to do. So you're misunderstood slightly about how the business operates. So again, I'm not disagreeing that you're upset or that you didn't get seen or there's an issue, but the way you're handling it is not correct, and it's can get you in
So
trouble.
what I doing?
I would look into the Cleveland Clinic company, go online, and get a supervisor of the business or a complaint.
So what
on
I
the-
doing it? Then you give me see doctor.
You would maybe give you a different doctor. Yes, send you to another location.
Okay, give me doctor now.
But I can't do that here. This is
No, why I supposed to see different doctor? I won't see this one. It's my doctor. I see him for 2 years.
It doesn't
What
sound like
do
he
I
wants.
want?
I don't know that he wants to see you anymore.
Okay, go ask him. Call.
That's what they're doing. They're asking him. They're asking him if he wants to see you.
First of all, doctor cannot refuse it.
She's not allowed back.
She's not allowed back.
GW. Not
All right.
yet.
TW, you want to grab one?
Yeah, can you grab one for me?
I don't have a grab one. So they don't want to ever. You're not allowed to ever come back here again.
Come back here, you go to jail. Okay. That's the bottom line.
And that doctor made that decision.
Doctor make decision.
Yes.
So that's something you'll have to take up with the Cleveland Clinic.
If you're supposed to be doing on a paper, you just say me on a boards.
No, we're gonna fill out a piece of paper
The
for you,
doctor's going to sign it.
and then we're
Okay, doctor can sign it.
yep, and then you'll get a copy, and then you can deal with Cleveland Clinic later on. Okay.
Okay, right.
And the doctor will sign it. Okay.
I have to get my supervisor to let him know what all he needs.
Okay.
So then they're gonna be able to.
Well, we're gonna have a
mail out an
form.
official letter. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have a form, and
Okay.
basically we just need him to sign it, and that'll explain that she's not allowed to come back. She gets a copy, you get a copy, and then you guys can keep one and
Okay.
file it with your business.
Okay.
I would just ask that he's the one that signs
Okay.
it. We're gonna fill the paper out, and your doctor is going to sign the paper that indicates that you're trespassing and not allowed to come back here, and you will get a copy of that to take to whoever you'd like to file the complaint with.
So, what crime I commit?
Trespassing.
I have appointment. I invited.
Okay. If you're going to listen to me, I'll explain it to you one more time.
Trespassing, I
At the
invited.
You were invited, and then they told you to leave, and you refused. The statute says once your invitation has been revoked, you must immediately exit the premises, which you did not. And when I told you to leave, you did not. You refused. That's
She said me waiting on all appointments finished. You're waiting.
then I came
people
and told
leave,
you to
and
leave.
I call after. Why? Do you can control what doctor I going? You call to me and make me leave out of doctor office?
They have
What
a
you
right to
talking?
do that.
Who?
The business, you're looking at this.
Doctor never know what I'm here.
He did. He signed the paper.
No.
He doesn't want you here. The doctor
Show
signed
me
it.
paper.
You're going to have it here shortly.
You're going to get a copy of it.
Doctor, no, it's unusual. You know, if doctor no one see me, I have appointment, I can sue them. You know this?
Well, and that's perfectly fine. You can certainly
It's
try.
perfectly fine.
Sure. You
But
can.
that's not a law enforcement thing. We don't do
Yeah,
suit.
which-
We don't do lawsuits.
What you doing?
Criminal, which is what you did. You broke the law.
I broken a law.
Several
by
times.
going to doctor, what you do there? You hypnotizing heavy. I know all what you're doing.
What am I doing?
It's what you're doing. And I actually called the federal yesterday. Is they'll go
sorry.
after you. Today, I be called to him again, he be called to me. He give you all your names for put to jail all corruption of police in Bear Beach.
This is all being
Just for
recorded.
you know it.
Okay. And when you make sure you get
think I don't know
the
what
make
you're
sure you
doing?
get the
I
video
know
that
proof
make sure you
of
get the
it.
video of you breaking the law when you refuse to leave and put that on there as well. Because you broke the law several times. So that's not corruption.
I misunderstood what she was doing.
She said that we were,
perfectly.
we're all
She
corrupt.
understood perfectly. Maybe you
Oh,
something
we're
not
corrupt.
understood. He does.
We're corrupt.
Okay.
You are.
Okay.
You going to the doctor office and pushing me out.
I didn't push you out.
Sometimes they make me think what is criminal in around doctor.
Ma'am, may I
And these people too. I won't know her name.
may I interrupt for a second?
Yeah, go give me her name. It's my right.
Okay.
This
give you
woman
what?
at the lobby.
I'm sorry.
Name this woman at the lobby.
Okay. Let me explain what was going to happen to you.
You do this too. Okay, I don't know what to do now. I
Try-
can explain what happened to you. You will be both on a federal prison.
Whatever you say about me is your right. I'm here to protect this business that you violated the law in, and that's it. You can threaten me. You can tell me whatever you like to tell me. It's irrelevant. Your lack of knowledge of the law is your fault. Maybe you should go home and read about it and learn the law. Then you wouldn't think I was corrupt for doing my job.
You no give me see a doctor. I want see doctor. I want to talk to the doctor.
Go to the emergency
You
room.
don't have the right to talk to this doctor anymore.
You go to the emergency room.
Okay,
What?
I want for doctor say it to me.
He's going to give you a piece of paper that says it. You don't have a right. I don't know who you think you're in charge of, but you don't have a right to make those requests. You don't. So it's funny,
I have
whatever.
appointment to doctor.
It doesn't matter.
It's a law
He
enforcement.
took it
and they go
away
to doctor.
and he told you to leave.
It's unbelievable.
The doctor wants you gone. He doesn't want to see you anymore.
I want for doctor say it to me.
He's giving you a piece of paper that says
First
it.
of all, doctor don't have a right to say it. Okay?
Absolutely he
I-
does. Absolutely he does. Okay.
Hi, this is a trespass warning, stating you're hereby notified that you're no longer authorized, licensed, or invited to enter or remain at the premises. You may be arrested or refused to leave or return to the area at any time. Basically, long story short, the
So
easiest
what-
way is that you cannot come back to this property. If you do, you go to jail. That's the easiest way to
So what he sign it? Where?
sign it right here. Dr. David Hurst. Dr. David Hurst, that's the office phone number. He even gave me his business card. Okay?
We're going to a business card.
You can go
What
in.
may I look?
Yeah, David Hurst. From my report, so I need it. Don't snatch anything away from my hands. Don't try to be funny here. Okay, all right, we're already cutting you a break as it is. So, you can do two of the things. You can sign it and get your copy, and then you can be on your way.
You no sign it nothing. It's not him.
This is David. Yes, it is. It's all on body camera. Are you going to refuse to sign this? 'Cause if you refuse it, you're still trespass. It doesn't mean anything. So when you come back here, you're going to go to jail. Okay? I'm just going to write down refuse, okay?
I understand it now. That's what you wanted for my son.
Okay. You don't have to sign it. You're still trespass from here. If you come back, you go to jail. There you are. You're free to leave.
You actually have to leave, so
You have to
you
leave.
need to leave.
You don't leave.
I have to leave.
Yes.
You don't leave, you're going to jail.
Yes.
This is like your last and final warning.
Okay.
Okay?
I know all of them.
Have a better day.
I won't name this woman.
You're seconds from going to jail.
I have won't
You
name
need to leave.
this woman,
You
and
need to-
I sue her for this what she doing to me now.
need to
It's
leave.
my right. You cannot give me go inside, but you must go inside.
No, I do not have to
and
do
name
that. No, I
this
don't have to do
woman.
that. No, I don't.
No, it's my right.
That's not important right now.
Hire your
It's
attorney.
important
No.
right now.
Hire an attorney and
That's
sue
my
them.
right.
No, you can hire an attorney.
Call Cleveland Clinic.
Name this
No.
woman.
Oh, she hasn't gone inside yet, so I'm gonna give her the
I'm gonna wait
benefit.
for. I'm gonna wait for him to show us.
She hasn't gone inside yet.
Okay, go into the woman.
We are not going inside to get her name. It's not your right.
Okay, you go. Yeah, it's my right.
No, it's not.
I know my right.
No, you
The
don't.
United States
You don't know the
citizen.
law.
Okay, how about I call 911 and say what you doing?
We are 911, so there you go. You call 911 for that.
feel like-
You call
if you feel like
911
you
for
need
that.
to-
You'll be abusing 911. You'll go to jail.
I be abusing 911
Correct.
go to jail.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, the best thing for you to do is get in your car and go home, or go up to Cleveland Clinic ER. That's what I'm telling you. I
Wait
beg,
for
Olga,
an attorney.
Olga.
I have all you now.
Good. I
will
understand
give
that.
you
I
all
get it.
you
Olga,
Good.
please go.
Okay.
Please go home.
Okay.
Please,
I want name this woman.
No.
pretty please,
No.
go home.
Close door. Oh my gosh, you are
Please.
criminal.
Please go home.
So you are kidnapping doctor right now? It's
Now
not
you've caused the staff to lock the door because they feel
lock
threatened.
the door.
You need to leave.
Please go home. Just go home.
I want name this woman.
Absolutely not.
Cleveland Clinic will give them to you.
I not sign it.
Okay.
I not sign it, you paper. You actually physically not give me go
Touch
to
me,
the
you're going to
this
jail.
door.
This has gone far enough. Let's take her. That's it. Yep.
Okay, I sue you.
Okay.
Nope. Nope.
Nope,
That's it.
you're going
Nope.
to 15.
Going to jail.
You're going to jail.
You have been given every right to not go
You
to
have-
jail.
Don't resist me.
Don't take my bag.
Honey, let go of it.
That's worse than it
You're
really
charging
is.
me. You're charging me.
I know. Everything's on video. Don't worry about it.
That's what we didn't want to do.
We're under
Okay?
arrest.
You're under arrest now. You can go to jail.
Give my bag.
Stop moving.
Be still.
Hey, come on.
Uncalled for. Go ahead and get in the car. Okay. Relax.
So Minnesota law defines trespass under these conditions under subdivision 3. So paragraph B, subdivision 3 says a person is guilty of misdemeanor if the person intentionally trespasses on the present. A person is guilty of a misdemeanor if the person intentionally trespasses on the premises of another and without claim of right refuses to depart from the premises on demand of the lawful possessor. So that's the law. And now, after you've had the chance to watch the video, that's the statute. Now I'm going to show you here what the jury gets. So at the end of a case, the jury gets what's called jury instruction. In Minnesota, on a misdemeanor, you're going to get 6 jurors, and I'm going to read through the jury instructions because this is very basic stuff. So you're going to get the video that I showed you, and then you're going to get these instructions. First, the defendant intentionally entered upon the premises of another person or caused the result specified or believed that the act performed by the defendant, if successful, would cause that result. In addition, the defendant must have knowledge of those facts that are necessary to make the defendant's conduct criminal and that are set forth after the word intentionally. Premises means real property or appurtenance, building or structure. Appurtenant means belonging to or necessary to. Second, The defendant refused to depart from the premises upon demand of the lawful possessor. And a lawful possessor means a person who has the legal right to exercise control over the premises. Such a person is in lawful possession even if the person is not physically present at the time of entry. Third, the defendant acted without claim of right. A bona fide claim of right exists only when the defendant is acting in good faith as opposed to asserting a false claim. In order to find the defendant has a bona fide claim of right, you must find that the defendant believed he or she had a right to enter, and there were reasonable grounds for such belief. Fourth, the defendant's act took place on or about, and this is just a jurisdictional, on this date in this county. If you find that each of these elements has been proven beyond a reasonable doubt, the defendant is guilty. If you find any element has not been proven beyond a reasonable doubt, the defendant is not guilty. In this little mock trial that you're participating in, I want you to leave comments because typically a jury is going to go into the jury room with these instructions and only the memory that they have, and they're going to decide. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead, watch that entire video if you haven't already, and then I want you to go through these jury instructions and I want you to decide whether or not that person is guilty or not. Then I'm going to ask you to leave a comment because I want to stimulate a discussion among jurors because jurors would go into the room and have these discussions. And it's a little experiment to see if we can get some people participating in the discussion about whether or not they would find this particular defendant guilty of trespassing. We'll look at the comments next time if we get any, but I thought this might be a good lesson for you to see exactly what a jury gets in terms of evidence and in terms of what the decision is based upon. And now you know, this is how a jury deliberates. So go ahead, deliberate. Go ahead and subscribe. Got some other fun stuff coming up. I've got some announcements to make as soon as they're solid, but big news in the future. Stay tuned. Keep watching. Until the next time, this is Lieutenant Colonel Lee Roger Wolfgram signing off from the headquarters.